Yeah, it goes everybody, because today we'll continue on with a game called Paranoia Zanatorium. I'm excited for this. Where were we? The reveal. Wait. Where were we? Um. Only 5 save slots. Do you remember everything now? Alright. Do you remember everything now? I am. Oh, wait. Let me get rid of the mouse. I'm too shocked to say anything for a while. My family and friends have all turned into monsters. The world has collapsed and is going to end soon. Liza died after we reunited. Thanks to my sister, I have false memories. It's far too absurd. I can't digest all of this at once. My body's filled with so many possible realities, I feel like vomiting on the spot. But since I've experienced it all myself, I get the sense that all of it is true. However, after remembering everything, the thing I'm thinking about the most right now is the fact that the Liza in front of me is a delusion. Humans are probably designed to allocate resources to what's right in front of them. Or maybe I'm just not able to process what's in front of me. Right now I'm more concerned with the woman in front of me than the end of the world. You really are a delusion that I created. Yeah, I'm part of you, part Liza. I was generated from your memories of the real Liza. So, what do you want me to do? I asked that of the delusional Liza. I want you to erase me. I want you to face reality and find a way to help yourself. That's the wish of the real Liza. But the choice is yours. I can't force you. Choose whether you want to live in the real world or the world of delusions. If you choose reality, I will disappear. A harsh and painful world awaits you. But if you choose delusion, I will always be by your side. Or at least until the day Speria kills you. You're saying something like that, but I still don't have all the facts. It's not sudden. I have asked questions like this multiple times. Liza's asked me to choose between 2 difficult options multiple times. I now realize that it was all to prepare me for this moment. Now, choose. This is hard to accept. However, I have to make a choice here and now. Oh man. Yeah, let's overwrite this. I want to live in the world of reality, but for now, let's go. Wow, even the eye color matches the choices. This is so awesome. But for now, I want to live and see how we do things living in delusion. Let's go. I still want to be with you, Liza, even if you're a hallucination. I can't accept this harsh reality. Yeah, I know. Liza shows me her first smile today. That was probably influenced by my thoughts and desires, but that's okay. This is the path I chose. To be honest with you, I'm happy that you accepted me. The original Liza wanted you to erase me. My wish is to be with you for as long as possible. Yeah. I feel Liza's translucent hair and skin became a little more opaque. What happens now? Oh. A sunny afternoon, I'm chatting with Liza in a hospital room. The weather is nice today. What shall we do today, Liza? Yeah, it looks like there's a way to go to another world. Let's try that tonight. Yeah, that's right. I enjoy spending every day with Liza. Liza's smiling today too. Just seeing her smile makes me happy. This is okay. This is how things should be. I should be convinced of everything, believe in everything, and push forward that way. Gosh, eventually everyone but Liza vanished from my world. Huh? In fact, I can't even remember where I am. My surroundings are getting darker and darker. All I have now is Liza's smile. But that's okay, right? Even the darkest world can shine as long as there's someone to share your feelings with. Even if that person isn't real. False and oh gosh. Turn to previous choice. Yes, I wanna. Alright, let's live in reality. I have to put an end to this delusion I've created. I gave up on it once, but I want Liza's wish to come true. So I'm going to face reality. I'm sorry. Yeah. She answers calmly with her usual enthusiasm. Then kissed me for the last time. That doesn't make any sense, because didn't we see her and him hold hands? So shouldn't she have disappeared before this? I'm sorry for a mood killer, but it's true, isn't it? I'm just saying. Come on, dude. This time, Luskin, I will disappear completely. Okay. I clenched my fist tightly and straightened my once frozen resolve. I tried to touch Liza's lips through the fence. Of course, our lips never touch. I just grazed the sky. So an outsider, the scene may look ridiculous. However, I am taking this seriously. She may be fictional, but it is definitely true that she brightened my stay at this hospital. Thank you. See you later, Louis. Best of luck. A bright and smiling face, the girlfriend in my imagination was definitely Liza, from beginning to end. Her translucent hair and skin melt into the blue sky. Oh man, my first love. I loved her when she moved away. When I met her again and she understood my feelings, I was so happy I thought I would go to heaven. But I still lost her in the end. And all Liza left behind was lost time and a fictional Liza. But I lost even that. I lost her twice. The fact hits me like a wave over and over again. I can't bear the thought and fall to the ground, crying. I can't do a cry. Whoa. Next time I open my eyes, I see the real world waiting for me. It's supposed to be the same place, but the scenery is completely different. Oh wait, didn't they say that the only way to cure Spirea virus is changing the person's state of mind? Or then again, maybe it's just a false memory implanted onto us by our sister. But I don't know, man. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. Let's see. The dirty roof is cracked in many places and is covered in soot. The fence is rusted from age. The sky is dark red. It's like it rusted too. This is reality. I never thought that hallucinations could modify buildings and scenery like this. I looked down at the forest through the fence. It's only as large as a speck of rice from here, but I can clearly see a monster. That is the final stage of a Spirea patient. It is also my fate. The fence surrounding the facility is probably intended to stop the monsters from entering. I once again feel that the world is coming to an end. I wonder how many people are still alive. I don't understand anything. But I have decided to face reality. I close my eyes for a while until I can catch my breath, and then I leave the roof. I go back indoors through a rusty door. The inside of the hospital is dark even though it's daytime, and the air is stale and heavy. A cracked gray world. This is the world I saw in my nightmare last night. This is what the world truly looks like. Oh shit. I suddenly remember what I saw in that dream. If that dream was real, then that means the director murdered someone. The hair all over my body stands up. I will need to be especially cautious around that person. When I go down the stairs, I see my sister waiting for me. Her clothes are dirty and ragged. This is probably what my sister looks like in reality. I realized that when I saw my sister with ragged clothes on the second day here, I was having a moment of lucidity. I saw you end things with Liza-san. I guess you remembered everything. I didn't think she would see it. I really need to pay more attention to my surroundings. Hey, Manette. Mom and Dad really did turn into monsters, didn't they? Yeah. I should have been able to figure that out for myself, but I wanted to confirm it to be sure. There's an awkward silence. I wonder about how I should feel about my sister right now. Angry over being tricked? Thankful for stopping me from killing myself? I'm not sure. You hate me, don't you? I hypnotized you into forgetting your memories with Liza-san. I'm not sure. However, I know you're looking out for me, so I can't hurt you. No, I made you live because I couldn't stand a world without you. I didn't want you to know about this harsh world. I wanted you to live happy. Then, why didn't you make me forget about my Spirea infection? I couldn't stop you from hallucinating, and my hypnosis wasn't perfect. No matter what I did, your hallucinations wouldn't go away completely. I thought I could fix things by making things from the real world, where the monster exists, appear to be hallucinations. Okay. My little sister has always had a different way of thinking from me. By the way, are we actually in a hospital? Yeah, this is Paranoia Zanatorium. However, it was discovered that nurses were abusing patients long ago. The hospital was forced to shut down. So how do you explain the nurses and patients here? They are survivors who have all antibodies to Spirea. They took refuge here to protect themselves from the monsters. The people who look like patients are mostly Spirea patients who have imperfect antibodies, like you. The nurses and doctors are healthy refugees who, like me, have perfect antibodies. Before I came here, I hinted to you that the healthy people look like nurses or similar. Do you really have a hypnotist's talents? I asked that playfully. Well, Spirea infectees have fragile minds, so anyone would be able to do it. But it was all undone by Liza-san. I didn't think a false Liza would show up. I'm sure Liza-san's last wish has stuck with you for a long time. You know about that? Yeah, I heard all the details about the real Liza-san due to the hypnosis. Looks like there's no privacy for me, a guy who has Spirea. I accept that there's nothing I can do about it, considering my illness. Speaking of privacy, there's one more thing I need to apologize for, big brother. I've been watching you from the hospital room adjacent to yours. Oh. I was happy to see you looking healthy. I'm surprised to see that my sister likes me this much. But considering that I'm her only family left, it makes some sense. I see, so it was your eye in that hole. I went to check on you, and when you saw my eye, I thought your heart was going to jump out of your chest. Obviously. Minute-kun, what are you doing here? Someone approaches from the end of the hallway, along with some footsteps. It's the hospital director with a gas mask and gun. Chills run down my spine in an instant. Henry-san, my brother's come back to his senses. I see. You seemed to be awfully confused last night, so I figured it was only a matter of time. I wouldn't be surprised if she killed me too to keep my trap shut. This is bad. We have to get away, Manette. I quickly grabbed my sister's hand. However, my sister won't move despite my pleas. It's okay, brother. Henry-san is a good person. But I saw her kill someone. That was probably just a misunderstanding. Trust me, Henry-san is taking care of the survivors here. The reason people with imperfect antibodies aren't outright abandoned is because Henry-san is in charge. I alternate looking between my sister and the director. My sister has a lot of faith in the director, so I'm sure she must be trustworthy. We shouldn't be standing around talking, so let's go somewhere else. Follow me to the director's office. The director turns around and goes down the hallway into the darkness. I haven't been able to resolve my suspicions yet, but I followed the director and my sister anyway. On the way, I noticed something strange about my bangs. I asked the director for permission to go look at my face in the bathroom mirror. I then see myself with white hair and the upper half of my face looking like it sustained some burns. Yeah, this is reality. This was probably caused by the Spirea virus. The other image I saw in the mirror must have been an illusion. We go down several flights of stairs to reach our destination. I enter a relatively clean place compared to the hallway. If I remember right, this is a room where I witnessed the director murder someone. Remembering the moment of the murder, my body becomes tense. Well, take a seat and put it somewhere else. I timidly sit down in a chair. Want some coffee? Sure. The director takes some water out of a tank in a glass pot and boils it on a portable stove. She then adds some instant coffee into the beaker. Drink. A small beaker of coffee is placed in front of me and my sister. Even though I still have some doubts, I'm starting to come around. I feel my stiff body loosen up a little due to the heat of the coffee. The person I killed was a terminally ill Spirea infectee. The director says that. A terminally ill Spirea infectee? This sounds familiar, but my recent memory is so degraded I think I've forgotten. The patient in the bed next to yours is the middle-aged man I strangled that night. Now that I think about it, I don't think that the man in question was there. Terminally ill patients have empty eyes and inhabit a dream world created by delusions. They can't communicate and they can't return to the real world. Whenever I look at that man, his eyes were always out of focus and he would constantly mumble to himself. I would have saved him if it was possible, but if I left him alone for too long, he might turn into a monster and harm others. I have to dispose of those believed to be past the point of no return. I look at my sister. Is this true? My sister nods. I suddenly remember the room that had the pile of corpses. So the mass of corpses in the treatment room at the end of the first floor was. They had to be disposed of. I kept them around 3 days so I could cremate them all together. Okay. Therefore, the lifeless looking people I saw in the treatment room on my second day here may have been bodies I hallucinated as being alive. As I look at the director, I notice something. The director's appearance hasn't changed since I woke up from the hypnosis. I guess I got too used to it to feel uncomfortable. Is that gun actually real? Of course it's real. Martial might is necessary against monsters and anyone who has lost their mind. Then what's the gas mask for? Spray is transmitted through the air. I must remain vigilant. It looks like the hallucinations didn't alter the director's appearance at all. Does that mean you don't have spray antibodies? Yep. In fact, I think I'm the only person who has lasted this long without having spray antibodies. She proudly puffs her chest. You're the director, but you look like a young woman with an odd appearance. I was sure I was hallucinating all of it. Well, director is just another word for whoever's the leader of this evac center. Oh, okay. However, I have done work as a surgeon before. I suppose you could say I'm the one with appreciable medical knowledge in this evac center. I figured it was safe to call myself a director. Before the Spurrier outbreak started, I worked for a pharma company. She acts weird, but I can tell that she's an amazing person. But how old is she? After the outbreak, my team started to work on researching medicine that can treat Spurrier. However, we were forced to stop due to a monster surprise attack. I, the only survivor, escaped to here. A lot must have happened to this person in the past. There might be someone completely different under that mask, despite the strong front she gives off. That's what I think anyway. What relationship does Manette have to you, director? When I was hypnotizing you, I came across Anri-san, who was looking for food and supplies. She invited me to this shelter. So when I was done hypnotizing you, we got on the bus she sent for us, and I came here with you. Okay. I feel all the missing pieces have been filled in. I've got a general flow on how it all happened. Thanks to my sister's hypnosis, I thought the evac center was actually a hospital. But I'm still going to turn into a monster regardless. Actually, Henry will probably dispose of me before that happens. I must move forward. I can't give up on life no matter what. You said earlier that you're researching medicine that could treat Spurrier. Isn't that kinda impossible to actually finish? No, I've been doing the medical research ever since I came to this abandoned hospital. It's one step away from completion. Wow, really? Yep. I've already identified the proteins that can counter the virus. Now I need to culture and grow the cells needed so I can extract the needed components. However, I lack the necessary chemicals and equipment for the job. And even if I get those, the treatment would still be untested, so there's no guarantee of effectiveness. Where are the necessary chemicals and equipment? The pharma company I used to work at should have them. However, it will take half a day to get there, even by bus. The building is located in the center of the city, so the trip will be dangerous. Then let me go retrieve them. Big brother, are you serious? Didn't you say that it's dangerous? I don't think a Spurrier patient like you should do that. I swore to Liza that I would look for a way to survive. Now that I can see a way in front of me, I have to move forward. It's honestly very fortunate that the way to do so is so close. I'm experienced in martial arts. Also, I'm dead anyway if I stay here doing nothing. I'd rather try something that has at least some chance of working. Well, I need to go there eventually to help the Spurrier patients. The director says this in a low voice as if talking to herself. I'll go with you. You too? I could write a grocery list for you, but I think it would be safer if I go with. I'll go too. I can't let my brother go on his own. No, you should stay here. But you didn't recover from Spurrier yet, have you? You could get delusional and go crazy at any time. If that happens, I'll have to do something. She has a point. Manette no doubt knows the most about my Spurrier symptoms. It might be safer to have Manette with me. What should I do? What should we do? Bring her, don't bring her. Since she knows, yeah, I guess I could bring her. Okay. I don't want to start a fight or something, so let's just agree. Okay. Don't push yourself too hard, though. If you find yourself in trouble, just run away. Okay. Let's leave the morning after tomorrow. The sooner we make the medicine, the more lives you can save. Make sure you do all you need to do before then. Will do. After that, we formulate our plan for the day after tomorrow. I return to my hospital room. Now that I've seen past the curtain, the hospital room feels like a lifeless gray box to me. I can't help but feel anxious. As usual, the boy and the female patient are here sleeping. If things continue as they are, they will eventually turn into monsters. I have to ensure the medicine is made no matter what. That is how I can help Speria patients like me. And then I die. At night I take food to my mouth while simulating a fight with a monster in my head. It looks like all the hospital food I was eating was preserved food. It may be bland, but it is 100 times better than the organs in my hallucinations. I then fall asleep, feeling nervous and anxious. 2 days later, in the morning, the sun begins to rise. The dark blue sky gradually turns orange. In the morning sun, I cover myself with I don't know how to pronounce doji, and swing a katana again and again. The doji was kept by my sister, and I borrowed the katana from Henry. It's something she collected. The katana is a serious sword. It's nearly twice as heavy as a bamboo sword, the sword I usually use. You're going to get yourself eaten by monsters no matter what you do. Give up, give up. Granny suddenly appears. Apparently my curse didn't kill him. His presence proves that I'm still suffering from the Speria virus. Oh shit. The only way to be cured is to create the medicine for it. Quit your struggling. Even I don't want you to die. After all, if you die, I'll die too. Yeah. Yeah. With a single swing, I whip away the unpleasant floating object interrupting my practice. Big brother, we're going to leave soon. My sister came here to collect me. Okay. Upon taking a deep breath and soothing my racing heart, I board the bus with my sister. I figured you would look good in the doji. I guess. I'm happy that you got out of that world of delusion, brother. But you're the one who put me there in the first place. Yeah, but I had to. To be honest with you, I like people who face reality. There's something else I want you to know. Big brother, you said that you wanted to be the best kendo practitioner in Japan, but you eventually stopped saying things like that completely. Maybe you lost to someone who's way better and decided to give up on it. She hit the mark. I didn't think my sister would realize it. But you still practice kendo. You face reality without running away. You might not be the best in Japan, but what you do looks cool to me. In reality, I couldn't just give up on my dream. I trudged along half-heartedly instead. But if my sister really feels that way, then maybe it's worth trying a bit harder. Yeah. I show her an honest smile. Then I'll leave it to you to take care of things while I'm gone. Henry finishes talking to someone seeing her off, gets into the driver's seat. The engines start up. It's like they're trying to cheer me up on the fact that I'm going to an extremely dangerous place. The bus gets moving. I wonder if it's okay to have 3 people. When we reach the research center, we must remain undetected. That's why the number of people is kept to a minimum. Only a few rational people are willing to risk their lives for this. Even bringing 2 people would be a lot. I can't see her expression, but I can tell Anne-Marie's anticipating what's coming with great interest. There are a number of cars parked on the road, but we're able to squeeze through them. I can see a lot of monsters outside. Seeing them up close reminds me that I'm definitely in reality. They scare me. However, the monsters can't do a thing about the bus. It's moving too quickly. All they can do is watch. Roughly 10 hours have passed since we started the trip. It's already getting dark. Holy shit. 10 hours. Got gas for that? There are more monsters around here than elsewhere. Makes sense. We're in the city now. We'll be there soon. When we arrive, avoid being spotted if at all possible. If you get spotted, run. Even if we deal whatever found you, it'll bring in some of its friends anyway, and then you'll be in real trouble. I nod while nodding the grip of my katana. We arrive at the research center and park the bus in the shade. Let's go. Yeah. We get off the bus and sneak into the building while laying low. The research center is in ruins, and of course there are plenty of monsters inside. We stay out of sight. My heart is filled with fear as I maneuver near the monsters. Hey, it's okay, just think of those monsters as trees. My sister must have sensed my unease. She tries to reassure me with some advice. Yeah, I have to put my imagination to use in times like this. The short chat with my sister takes off some of the tension. We proceed carefully so we don't get seen by the monsters. However, we are easily discovered due to the sheer number of monsters about. In fact, getting to our destination undetected would have been impossible anyway. Come on, let's run to where we need to go. We hurry up the stairs and enter a room on the 3rd floor guided by Anne-Marie. We enter a room filled with medicine and other items. Okay, we're at my lab. Move the shelf over there in front of the door so the monsters can't get in. Yeah. My sister and I move the shelf in front of the door as instructed. Meanwhile, Anna goes to a door in the back. The shelf is heavier than I expected, but we still managed to push the shelf in front of the door. The monsters shouldn't be able to get in for a while. Yeah. Anne raises her voice. Uh-oh. A monster too? When I look in Anne's direction, I see that she's fallen on her bottom and dropped her gun from the darkness of the back room. Uh-oh. A monster appears. I didn't think a monster would be in the prep room. I notice that the monster's tentacles are preparing to attack Henry. I immediately draw my sword and charge the monster. Wow! Yeah. I cut down the tentacles, moving to attack Henry. I then propel myself from the floor, thrusting towards the monster at full speed. I thought I launched a rocket launcher or something. In Kendo, junior high school students are banned from using this dangerous thrusting move. But the reward for its use is immense. The power it can dish out is enormous. The katana pierces the monster from its chin to its brain. The monster collapses under its own weight. And then it stopped moving. As I mentioned before, the monster's brains and hearts are their weak points, just like humans. You did it! I've been doing kendo ever since I was young. Nothing else is getting in our way for the time being, so we decided to continue with our mission. Anne researches the prep room and hands me various equipment and chemicals. I pack them in the backpack. Okay, that's it. All we need to do now is somehow escape. At that moment, the outer door makes a loud noise. The monster's trying to bash the door down. That's not good. It's only a matter of time before it gets through the door. What are we going to do? We'll use this to get out through the window. Henry takes a climbing rope out of her backpack. I brought this in case something happened. When I look out the window, I see the bus parked nearby. It looks like all of this was carefully planned out. I wish she told me in advance. And then the monsters knock down the shelf and burst through the door. Hurry, you first. Henry says that while firing her gun at the invading monsters. I deployed the ladder outside the window as instructed. However, there are some monsters waiting below. If we don't move quickly, the sounds of gunfire will bring in more and more of them. I'll go first and clear the way. Okay, be careful. I give my sister the backpack and I descend the climbing rope first. Looks like there's one monster waiting for me down there. After reaching the ground, I take the katana on my waist. Yeah. And I strike the monster with all of my might. Good thing it didn't break her legs. Red and black monster blood, along with some flesh, scatters about. Some of it gets on me too. The monster may have been human once, but I can't afford to show mercy. Manette, I'll bring up the rear, so go quickly. Okay. Yeah. As my sister descends, I deal with another monster in a similar way to how I did before. I slash its face, finishing it off. Wait, so if they're this weak, what happened to the military? Are they that weak too? But then again, they may have contracted the virus too, which made them, lose faith and all that shit. I don't know. However, we are then surrounded by several monsters. My little sister reaches the bottom of the ladder with a backpack in tow. Henry then comes out of the window and mounts the climbing rope. We're almost done. If we can hold on just a little longer, we might be able to get out of here safely. The moment I think that, my right wrist, the one holding the katana, is grabbed by a monster's tentacles. Where'd it go? When I look at the owner of the tentacles around my wrist, I notice that the monster I struck in the face is still up. It looks like I didn't finish it off properly. Uh-oh. The tentacles around my wrist become so tight I can no longer hold my sword. When I look around, I see another monster coming in from behind. A monster sends another tentacle in my direction. You're in danger, brother. My sister stands in front of me, serving as a wall. Oh shit! No! What have you done? However, my sister is pierced around her shoulder by a tentacle. Oh, his shoulder, so she might live. Please live. What? My sister moved to protect me. My sister's being restrained by the tentacles. She's going to be eaten. When I look at the monster in front of me, I notice that it's about to eat my arm. The situation is hopeless. I have to help my sister, but I also need to look out for myself. What do I do? The world turns gray and stops for a moment. Wait, where did I save? Number 3, right? Yeah. I'm going to save my sister. I don't care about me. I pick up my falling katana with my left hand, and without sparing a thought for myself, I throw my katana at the monster attempting to eat my sister. Due to the distance, my katana lands in the monster's chest, piercing its heart. The monster roars and falls on its back. I have never been so thankful to be born ambidextrous. Ah! The moment after, I feel an incredible pain run through the right side of my body. The monster had its tentacles wrapped around my wrist. It tore off my right arm by the base using its sharp fangs. It tore off? You didn't bite it off? Because if you tore it off, wouldn't the force pull the guy too? I don't. No, I'm just saying, right? Because in order to tear something apart, you need the same amount of force on the opposite side. So if you try to tear someone's arm off, and nothing is holding the other guy from something, like he isn't holding on, he's just standing. So if you try to tear the arm off, the guy who's just standing there without any force stopping him from moving will just move as well, right? I don't get it. I got physics. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I thought I would pass out from shock, but I managed to remain conscious. My body can't move properly. The situation is dire. And when I conclude that I'm a dead man, a gunshot rings out in my ears. Fuck, shit. God damn it, I have to stop it here. I got too ambitious. Not ambitious. I got too immersed. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. God damn it. Oh, I want to see what happens next, but I can't because I have to prepare for work. So this is Paranoia Zanatorium. God damn, this is so good. If you want to try the game for yourselves, the links are in the description. That is all for today. Stay safe and take care of yourselves.